final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the Big Red and the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky and Bowling Green. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Delaware Blue Hens, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Hilltoppers will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Delaware's offense will get the ball first. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get it started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They're working that left side. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The Blue Hens will snap it on 1st and 10. Jackson going to throw it. Dances away. On the run, fires downfield. Intercepted. Oh, he got loose. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Hilltoppers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Hilltoppers will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, still going. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. They've got it down to the 32, 1st and 10 coming. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
Back to throw, it's Parks. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, WKU. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I absolutely love this play call. You still got a little bit of space while you're not too close to the goal line, where you can run your big tight end right up the middle of the field, run the post route, throw it up to him, let him do the rest, and get the touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle. It's Kelly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. The sure hands. It's Kelly. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Offense working from the pistol. Grabbed over the middle. It's Price. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield. It's Hutchinson. Across the 25. He's got room. They get him out of bounds right at the 5-yard line, and that one might have saved the touchdown. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Gets the back moving. Back to throw. It's Park. Punts it out of the air. Now the connection takes it to the 11. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun to give, looking for room. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And this one is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. Colorado found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat. A prime example of just how strong this program is. All about stacking wins there in Boulder.
They'll crank up this drive with a pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Kelly.
This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And they'll move the chains, and a good way to wrap up the first quarter. We've come to the break. It's Western Kentucky holding the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to throw. It's Lowry. Got it in the middle. It's Tyree. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
Tackled there by the defense. Guys, let's chat for just a moment about Delaware. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level.
It's going to help their offense right away. I think one of the biggest reasons why he chose this program was because he felt he could get on the field right away and help them out. Bigger programs are out after him. He thought he might have to wait his turn elsewhere. Not the case here. Expect him to make some plays early on.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. And the Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. Gets it to him on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
The Blue Hens trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. That's caught. It's Kelly. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
No good. Guys, that field goal couldn't loom large. Missing an opportunity to get within a touchdown. We're still sitting on a 10-point game. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
To the air, it's Parks. Catch in the middle, it's Wiles. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Hilltoppers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Parks. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Hilltopper. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A 70-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also
picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Dropping back, it's Parks. Fires deep toward the end zone. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead, but still a 17-point cushion.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Throws to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
And I tell you what, really good job by the defense. They did not bite on it thinking it was a long pass down the field. You could tell they were ready for it. As soon as they saw the screen, they broke on it, got the running back down super quick.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On the move. He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains.
Coming up, 4th down. Number 43.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Delaware.
And the Hilltoppers will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Bowling Green, Kentucky.